Yeah, WWE definitely needs to figure out how to highlight the mid card titles a little bit better. I do think I know like the main event scene gets taken all the time, and having so much talent, you want to feature so many superstars. But I think you need to start with a pecking order, right? The main event scene is number one. So the main event scene on Raw and SmackDown should be featured, should be having the most time, they should be the guys that is gets the mandatory time because those are the people that people want to see the most, right? And women's main event scene, same thing. And then you need to trickle down to the mid card scene. Now, yeah, there are other times where like Seth Roman and CM Punk still supersede even main event feuds like Jey Uso and Gunther. Then those are the exceptions. But okay, now it's time to feature the mid card scene: the Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Braun Breaker, LA 19. I think SmackDown does a pretty good job to building their mid card scene. I think Chelsea Green gets a lot of screen time, so I think they're doing a pretty good job. Braun Breaker needs more screen time. You need more storylines. I know you're building up Penta, but honestly, on the road to WrestleMania, the focus should be building up Braun Breaker, not Penta. I love Penta, don't get me wrong, but that's when you have to set your priorities, right? Now, because you spent all that time building up Penta, now you have a situation where you kind of have to force him in WrestleMania with Braun Breaker because he's the guy you've been building up the last couple of weeks. Same thing with Ludwig Kaiser. Like it should have been centered around Braun Breaker and then whoever is the competition for Braun. You've been focusing on the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is irrelevant, right? They don't need as much screen time unless it's like Liv Morgan who's in that main event scene. So you got to prioritize certain things a little bit better. The World Tag Team Championships are not really getting featured because you've been building up the New Day, which has not been the greatest, right? So focus on certain aspects. Titles should be number one priority. Then and then you create feuds around the titles, and then with the extra time, you can build up non-title feuds. So that's how I would go about it. Basically, inside out, start with the titles, and then go from there. Right? Hopefully that makes sense to you.